Theorne, and welcome to the first episode of Physics Not Included, the show that steps in where regular science gave up and went home. Let's look today at inline skates. Or rather, let's look at motorized inline skates. Or we can look at motorized inline skates that shoot exploding bubbles that can slice through metal. Today, we'll be looking at the Bubblegum Crisis attack of Water Queen Ohm from the manga Air Gear. Air Gear is both a manga and an anime by Ito Ogure and follows the adventures of Itsuki Minami and his friends. In the world of Air Gear, we find the Air Treks, or AT for short, which are special motorized inline skates. AT use their motors to magnify the power of the wearer's own movements, giving the user vastly enhanced speed and jumping power. Now, so much so that the effects of gravity can almost be ignored for a short time. This near sense of weightlessness is enhanced even further by the AT's air cushion systems, which gives the user the near sensation of flight. Every AT is fully customizable, from the wheels to the motor coils to the screws themselves. Every tweak and adjustment will change both the feel and the performance of the AT. Now, while most common parts to your AT can be found in every good sporting goods store, the most rare and powerful parts can only be found in special hidden and traveling shops or have to be won off of other AT users in combat. The most powerful ATs belong to the near-legendary 8 Kings of the Road, and they have ATs known as Regalia. Now, there are some weaker copies of the Regalia, and they are called the Sub-Regalia. Water Queen Ohm is an example of a formidable AT user who is in possession of one such Sub-Regalia. And it is what allows her to use the special Bubblegum Crisis attack. Ohm's Bubblegum Crisis attack shares a few similarities to a more well-known Demon Fox-possessed blonde ninja signature attack. However, rather than just air and energy, the Bubblegum Crisis has a liquid component. Utilizing the properties of her Sub-Regalia, Ohm generates a stream of bubbles. No, not quite like that. No, that's not it either. Okay, there we go. The bubbles are created by the oversized rear wheels on her AT and are fired backwards, which means she does have to keep her back to her enemies in order to use her ability. Now, each bubble contains a tremendous amount of air compressed down into a very small space, and at the same time, the bubble itself is rotating at a high speed. When this bubble impacts a surface, the pressure within is released in an explosive shock wave, which causes the water, which was the surface of the bubble itself, to lash out like a small sawtooth. Now, getting hit by one bubble will probably not be enough to cause any great amount of damage, but you have to think that Ohm fires hundreds of these things in one continuous stream. The cumulative effect will work much like a water jet cutter. Hundreds and hundreds of tiny cuts over and over again with such speed and power that even metal would be sliced cleanly in half. Even if her foes were lucky enough not to be sliced into shoestrings, the raw force of the explosive burst would usually prove more than enough to bring an average AT bout to a very swift and decisive conclusion. And there you have it. The missing pieces of that explosive power have been filled in, and the challenge of the week is now complete. I would like to take a moment to ask all of my viewers to stop by the comments section and to say whether or not they agree or disagree with me. And remember, if you disagree with me, you need to leave a reason why. Tune in again next Monday for another mind-teasing challenge, and if you would like to leave a question for me to be in a future episode, write to me at theorne@gmail.com. That's THEORNE@gmail.com. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next week.